We've got 10 free diamonds that you can get in MLB The Show 22. We're going to go over them in chronological order and exactly how you can get them for absolutely nothing. It all starts in the programs tab. You go ahead into other programs and you got the Washington Nationals Nike City Connect program. Inside that program, at 30 out of 50 program stars, you get yourself this 85 overall Anthony Rendon. He plays third base primary, second base secondary. He has 90 fielding, meaning that he starts off with diamond fielding at third base. You parallel him up once and he has 90 reaction as well. Great hitter in terms of contact against left-handers, and then he's perfectly balanced against right-handers. Next, we're jumping into Conquest, where once you capture all the National League team strongholds, you get yourself this 85 overall Kerry Wood closing pitcher. Hit per 9 is not the highest in the world at an 86, but he does have a pitch that is meta this year, which is the cutter. He has a slurve and a 12.6. I really am gonna tell you right now, the speed differentials between the fastball and the cutter is what makes this card deadly, and Conquest is super easy to complete, especially if you go ahead and click on the playlist section on this channel for Conquest and see how to face each and every single stronghold on rookie difficulty. Small intermission break. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, check out the Twitch and the Discord inside the description, help the channel grow. The next 85 overall is going to be found inside the Legends and Flashbacks collection. Now look at this. This is gonna be beautiful. You go into the All-Star section of it and you will see that you need to collect 15 of these cards in order to get yourself this 85 overall Joe Nathan closing pitcher. He has that cutter that's meta this year, and then he has 3 off-speed pitches, which is also really good to have. So let's see how many players we actually have to purchase or get from somewhere else. So no sell, that means that we're gonna be collecting this player no matter what, and you can collect it across multiple sets. It doesn't have to just be All-Star set. We get no sell David Dahl. David Dahl, featured program. Jason Castro, featured program. Rich Gossage, featured program. We have Brian Wilson, featured program. We have Ralph Kiner, featured program. Mariano Rivera, featured program. Babe Ruth, the starter program. Robbie Ray, the starter showdown. And then we have Fernando Valenzuela, that is going to be featured program, featured program, featured program, featured program. Conquest, you get him right before you get yourself Kerry Wood. So that is 14 out of 15. And then look at that. We have a diamond that we have yet to talk about, but Nation of Baseball Conquest as well. These cards right here, you would never be able to sell, so you might as well collect all 15 and welcome to your team a brand new 85 overall closing pitcher that can help you out, especially considering the fact that his hit per 9 is a lot better than Kerry Wood's at 97. Jumping back into Conquest, we have 86 overall Didi Gregorius. How do you get this 86 overall Didi Gregorius? You capture all the American League strongholds inside Conquest. Like the other cards, this is non-sellable, so once you get him, you might as well lock him into every single collection. And the reason you saw me singularly pick each and every single player I wanted to enter a collection is because if you select the auto select option, it might select some cards that you would want to sell in the future, and that's a big no-no for me. I'd rather select the cards that I can't sell even if I wanted to in the future. This Didi Gregorius, 81 fielding, that means he has gold defense at shortstop. 83 reaction means gold reaction at shortstop. He doesn't play any secondary position. Obviously, he's going to be a great hitter against right-handers and then weak against lefties, but he has a real good swing, which might help him out against lefties and allow him to play above his attributes. And back into the collections tab, we got ourselves the rookie set now. Now, I do not have currently enough to complete it, but once I do the Battle Royale program, I should have enough. So we start off with Vinny Castilla. Everyone gets him from completing the Diamond Dynasty tutorial missions. Curtis Granderson, you get him from Conquest as well. And then we got featured program, featured program, featured program. When I say featured program, I'm talking about the AL and NL flashbacks and legends packs. As you can see, I am able to get myself 7 out of 10 currently. How am I going to get the rest? Well, this Xander Bogaerts, you get him from the Battle Royale program. JT Realmuto, you get him from the Battle Royale program, so that's 9. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Battle Royale program, that's going to be 10. And then if we needed one more, let's say for example, we got Trevor Hoffman. How do you get him? Battle Royale program as well. So that would be 10 out of 10, and you would be welcoming on your team 86 overall Mark Pryor. Doesn't have a great hit per 9 and doesn't have a great arsenal either, so he most likely isn't going to be starting on your team. You would rather have pitchers with sinkers and cutters, but hey, having an extra diamond and getting the stubs is definitely a big accomplishment and a step in the right direction. A quick side note, some of you might be wondering, why didn't you lock in this Willie Mays to make it 8 out of 10? As you can see, this Willie Mays, you get him from, I believe it was one of the events. He's gonna sell for a lot more in the future, so I'd rather hold on to him and never lock him into any collection. So therefore, in the future, when his price skyrockets, if I don't need him to complete a collection, I'll just go ahead and sell him off and get myself all those stubs for grinding the event earlier in the year. Staying inside the Legends and Flashbacks collection, we go on to the Veterans section of it, and we repeat the same process. We got ourselves 1, 2, 3. All of them are from the featured program, as well as Johnny Damon, so that's 5 from the featured program. Then we get ourselves Didi Gregorius, I already showed you all, Conquest, and Evan Longoria, we will show you all in a second, but he's also unsellable. So that is currently 7 out of 10. How do we get the remaining 3? Now, of course, I do have some players I could add on to it, but I'm gonna hold on to them for the future. Jimmy Fox, Battle Royale program. Bob Feller, Battle Royale program, and then this Hunter Renfroe and Lou Gehrig, both of them are also Battle Royale program cards. So you can get essentially 11 out of 10 and get yourself this 87 overall Andrelton Simmons. Now, it's a battle between him and Didi Gregorius. If you're running an absolutely no money spent team and you haven't gotten a better shortstop, like a Faces of the Franchise shortstop, it would be a battle between these two. In my opinion, I'd still pick Didi just because of the bat, but Andrelton Simmons, you can't go wrong with either. Much better defensively and also has much better contact numbers against both sides than Didi Gregorius, with amazing vision that will help you foul off pitches and stay alive. Final time we're in Conquest Nation of Baseball. Once you capture all the strongholds, meaning all 30 teams, you get yourself this 88 overall All-Star Mike Piazza. As you can see, Mike Piazza was already used for a collection in order for us to get that 85 overall Joe Nathan. This Mike Piazza is actually a really good card. I'm hitting 405 with him, and I generally do not like Mike's swing, but for some reason this year, he just rips. He has great power against both sides and great contact, good enough contact at the early stages of the game against both sides. But unfortunately, there is a better free diamond than him available that we're about to get into, but for the time being, if you do not have that free diamond yet, Mike Piazza would be a great option for you to have behind the dish. Jumping back into collections, we go to Legends and Flashbacks one more time, and this time around we're going to breakout series players. Let's see how many we have. We have Jake Lamb, that's featured program. Same thing with Michael Taylor, same thing with Cliff Lee, Paul Konerko, Aaron Sanchez, Harmon Killebrew, AJ Burnett, George Brett. This 85 overall Anthony Rendon, as you all saw, we got him from the Washington Nationals Nike City Connect program, and then the remaining cards are going to be from the featured program. How many does that give us? That gives us 11 out of 15. This Nicholas Castellanos is going to be 12 out of 15. He is from the featured program, or excuse me, Battle Royale program. Same thing with this J.R. Richard. He is from the Battle Royale program, so that's 13 out of 15. This is the only time that you would actually have to, let's say, complete an outside collection in order to get yourself this 89 overall Dave Parker. He plays right field primary with secondary at first and left field. He has good pop against righties and then decent pop against lefties. He's similar to Didi Gregorius, has gold fielding, but silver reaction at right field. Now, this would be the only one where you would have to complete 2 collections out of the ordinary, meaning you would have to complete 2 Life Series collections. In this one, you would have to either complete the Pittsburgh Pirates Life Series collection, the Detroit Tigers Life Series collections, or the Chicago Cubs Life Series collection. You would have to do 2 out of the 3, and you get yourself that 89 overall for absolutely free. Mr. Number 9 is Evan Longoria. He comes from mini seasons. Once you go ahead and win a mini seasons championship, you get yourself Evan Longoria, who has amazing power against left-handers, does not have great contact against either sides, but he picks it up defensively with diamond fielding, diamond reaction. He can't play anything other than third base, unfortunately. So mini seasons is highly important now, because now that you're at this point, you're getting yourself this 89 overall. Through a mini seasons method, which I will discuss, you unlock a 91 overall. This 91 overall is gonna be found in the collections, legends, and flashbacks. More importantly, he's going to be found inside the prospect. Yes, it's going to be 91 overall, Adley Rutschman. He has secondary first base, primary catcher. He has great contact against both sides, great power against both sides. He has 85 arm strength, 75 reaction, which is silver, and 54 speed. All of those are good enough, and you can get this card for absolutely free. Look at me, I'm about to lock in every single one of these prospects, and I did not even purchase one of these prospects. There are a ton of methods which you can go ahead and get yourself these 25, and not only get yourself this Adley Rutschman for absolutely free, but also a 5-pack bundle. Now the first method is pretty simple. As you complete your conquest map to get all those other diamonds for the first time, once you capture a division, you get a prospect choice set pack from that division, and you are allowed to pick 2 players. So once you finish conquest, as long as you don't sell those prospects, you should have at least 12 prospects out of the 25 we need. MLB The Show has also dropped a Faces of the Franchise West and a Faces of the Franchise Central. Inside the Faces of the Franchise West and Central, you are allowed to pick 2 players from the AL West, 2 players from the NL West inside the Faces of the Franchise West map, and inside the Faces of the Franchise Central, it's the same thing, except this time around it's 2 players from the AL Central and then 2 players from the NL Central. So in total, in addition, you are getting yourself 20 out of the 25 you need. Completing mini seasons and finishing as one of the top 4 team nets you another prospect choice pack where you get to select 2 players, and hitting 10 home runs with All-Star Series players also gets you another choice pack where you get to select 2 players. Now we will have roughly 24 out of the 25. But the thing is, these prospect choice packs do not guarantee you get to see all 30. You could see the same 6, let's say for example, that you already have. So there is a method where you can go ahead and complete this one in particular as fast as possible without a problem. Method is pretty simple. You should have a squad specifically dedicated to mini seasons. We created this one, we named it Mini. We have a ton of All-Star Series players, and some of them were playing them out of position. I could care less. All I'm trying to do is hit and get myself the 10 home runs in order to get the prospect choice pack. Once we have set up the lineup, we head into mini seasons. Since I already completed the goal, in order for me to start the goal all over again, I would have to start a fresh season. And once starting a fresh season, I would see whether or not I would be away or home for the first couple of games. Now, you can do this, or you can do this other method. You can actually play out each one of these games in terms of entering the game and only hitting since you are away. And if you get home runs, you go ahead, start tallying that down towards the goal. If you don't, once the 3 outs are up for you hitting, you quit out. Now, if you don't want to go ahead and do all those quit outs and you want to be playing at home instantly in order to play at your created stadium that has max elevation, you continue starting a new season until it says versus Cats instead of at Lords, for example. That means you are home, you get to pick your created stadium with max elevation, and you get to go in there and just hit non-stop home runs. I would highly suggest playing on rookie difficulty because no matter the difficulty, the home runs will count. The best stadium to use for this, you head on over to Stadium Creator if you are on next gen / current gen, because some people say that PS5 is current gen and then PS4 is old gen, but I'm specifically talking about PS5 and Xbox Series S or Xbox Series X. You go up twice into most popular and then you will see blank canvas. This is the stadium you want to be at because max elevation, short to left field, short to center field, you will get jammed and still hit home runs.